We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night.
The Chicago police just created a new evidence file titled The End of Durk. This features enough evidence to put him in prison for life, with even evidence proving that he backdoored King Von. I know how it sounds, but this new evidence lines up perfectly, as they had in the files these words from OTF Vonni's father.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a backdoor and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonni, is it open? Vonni told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonni, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? This was the exact words, was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonni backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that, another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Von before he died.
As academics would then ask Vonni's father why Lil Durk would want King Von gone, where the police would note that at the time of King Von's passing, him and Durk were facing a case together. It ended in a private settlement, meaning there's a high chance Lil Durk made a private deal with the feds, snitching on King Von, saying he committed the act.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was a slack. Dude was a. He was signing the boys. He was a. Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was
man, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
Which is when a viral tweet would then go around reading, OTF Vonni's dad leaking that Lil Durk had King Von dealt with is really making me wonder why Lil Durk suddenly goes on IG Live when he is connected to someone passing away. He went on live the minute when King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck all passed away, where even in the police files, it shares that Lil Durk commonly uses IG Live as a live action alibi. So when somebody passes away, he can just tell the feds, I was on IG Live, go check the records. However, OTF Vonni's father is very upset that his son turned federal. It was tweeted, OTF Vonni's father reveals Vonni allegedly orchestrated Lil Pab and King Von's passing.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
Oh, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonni snitching with the text messages. Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Von, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie. I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No. He ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Ted. You orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Where OTF Vonni's father is from the streets, where if somebody snitches, you can then snitch on them, and he didn't hold back. But it will result in Lil Durk facing all of the punishment. It was announced, Chicago rapper Lil Durk's sister-in-law calls King Von's cousin OTF Vonni a rat and a snitch in the M for Hire Fed case. As in the court file today, it was updated showing OTF Vonni is no longer in the Bureau of Prisons custody. This means that he has been released from jail, likely on house arrest or at a halfway house, where OTF Vonni got his hands on a cell phone. This is when OTF Vonni's father learned his son just went federal, where Vonni's father would text him asking what's going on. Vonni texted back saying, "Yeah, I'm trying to plea out on a 32, which is the base for an M for hire. Max is 43, which is life, but I'd get -2 points for the plea, -1 point for an early plea, -2 points for no background, so I'll then have 27 points, which is only 5 to 7 years. It's better than that. I can't go to trial. I might get an elbow, and I don't want them to do me like them other boys." When saying he doesn't want to get got like the other boys, he's referring to OTF Jam, who also snitched in the OTF case, but more on what happened to him later. However, Vonni's father is very upset still. He would even expose the real reason why OTF Vonni snitched in Let Me Explain. In the federal files, it shows there is 3 main guys of OTF: Lil Durk, OTF Vonni, and OTF DD. Vonni and DD are related, so it was announced the new Lil Ted body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Durk and OTF members have changed the case. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for an extended time on their bond proposal, raising the question of what did Lil Ted say to the feds, as Lil Ted is known as OTF DD's younger brother, who is also related to OTF Vonni. This family of 3 are now turning their backs against Lil Durk, as it started when Lil Ted was arrested by police at a local convenience store when he had a firearm in his jeans pocket.
Really? Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
Where at this moment, Lil Ted was then driven to the police station, but before even getting inside, he had tears coming down his face. While he told the police, "I swear I'll tell y'all about the passings," hoping not to be placed into jail, but he was already way too late for him.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please, I swear, please.
Being placed into his waiting cell, Lil Ted was seen crying his eyes out, wanting nothing more to just snitch on the team members that he knows did crimes just so that he can go home and get out of jail. Who knows what OTF DD told his younger brother in the past.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
We can see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a buzz of prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
As with OTF DD being his older brother, when there was news of someone snitching in the court files with the family's last name, everybody assumed it was OTF DD, but in reality, it was his brother. As in court records, all it shows is the person's last name. So with DD being the older brother and Vonni being related to DD and Lil Ted, it's very realistic that their mothers and family sat with them and convinced them not to throw their lives away. This is very common in situations like this, as family ties run a lot deeper than street ties. As while they're just snitching out to make their own situation better, Lil Durk is going absolutely through it. In case you missed it, the news wrote, Chicago rapper Lil Durk was involved in an altercation inside a jail this morning. This resulted in Lil Baby even tweeting, "I don't care about nothing else right now other than Durk. Free the bro," as the streets were able to connect what really happened to him, which begins with a tweet of, Lil Durk's day one homie Gleesh passed away last night in Chicago, meaning that several members of OTF are now being targeted, raising the question of who would want revenge against them. Now, fans noticed the day Lil Durk was involved in his altercation in jail, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim did interviews on the exact same day. They both said the same message, where some look at it like a weird coincidence, others believe it was a way for the feds to not investigate them for putting a hit out on Lil Durk. The same way Lil Durk uses IG Live as an alibi, these two used an interview. As Lil Tim would say,
"No, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother."
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, his still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f him like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Which even resulted in Quando Rondo saying the same thing, saying that he wishes it was handled in a different way.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever like that. It could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Two ops of Lil Durk doing an interview on the same day, praising Durk and wishing things were handled differently definitely doesn't seem suspicious. But if that doesn't convince you, it was also announced just a day prior, Lil Durk was about to be released from jail, making many believe they acted fast in case Durk was granted his jail release. To understand when he could be out, you need to know the news of words from Durk's father have Lil Durk being released on a bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
As Lil Durk being released from jail looked like an absolute reality when the prosecutors dropped their own evidence against him. It gave him a release date, which is why they acted so fast on catching him in jail. As the news wrote, today Lil Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willingly throwing away evidence against him while reading it out loud during his court hearing in front of everyone. I wonder how this will affect the rest of his bond hearing, as while the judge was making his decision on Durk's bond release, the prosecutors told him, "We would like to drop this evidence," and read this out loud, saying, "We want to dismiss the lyrics of, told me they got an Addy go, got location go, look on the news and see your son screaming no, no," while also showing the judge the news report of Quando screaming no on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
While it's great they're dropping the evidence against him, the way they did it was so corrupt. Right when Durk is trying to receive a bond. This will be in the back of the judge's mind when making his decision. This was so bad, even Charleston White would react.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
As with Charleston White hating the idea of Durk being released, Durk's lawyer Drew Finling would reveal his release date, giving more detail on the prosecutors ruining their own case of dropping the evidence.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As he mentioned, the case is getting weaker for the prosecutors, who can now no longer use his lyrics. Durk's lawyer would call the charges a joke, saying all the feds had were lyrical evidence against him, but now they're not even using it.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? it named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Everything looked so great for Lil Durk. It really looked like he was about to be released until the news wrote the feds say Lil Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted a bond. They fear that he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
This happened because while the judge needed a few days to make his decision, something bad happened to OTF Jam, where the feds now believe Durk is already using his fortune to place bounties on witnesses because it was announced OTF Jam was found by OTF members hiding out in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on OTF owner Lil Durk, alongside a photo of a crime scene of a house that Jam was staying at.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam
now
got
he put everyone in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. But eventually he flipped.
This is because what OTF Jam provided to the police will put Lil Durk in jail for life. It reads, over 230 gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio recordings, video surveillance, and 20,000 pages of reports, are currently being processed for discovery, as OTF Jam supplied them with 200 gigs of evidence, as it would have been even more if Lil Durk didn't notice that Jam was wearing a wire during an Instagram live, where Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it.
Check on your man. I heard you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to have a dare. Architect. Having a dare.
As sadly, when Durk found out about it, he cut ties with OTF Jam. He even hinted towards it during an interview with DJ Academics, where it reads, Durk has been playing 3D chess the entire time. He knew OTF Jam was gonna cooperate.
I see from a mile away. I don't think people realize that. I could have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your cooperate.
Where he would even speak further on it, saying he doesn't even allow his friends now to know where he lives anymore. He gives no information to anyone. You could tell just how sad he was knowing Jam ratted.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids. Cause it's like, I'm just a different type. I'm not the, we're gonna have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the, you gotta watch,
everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta, everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play. I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize.
As OTF Jam is the same man that Durk gave $50,000 to during this Instagram live, which is really upsetting as Durk would do anything for this man. But I want you to pay attention to those in the background of the IG live. It's very important.
You know what's name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him. Get in the milk, bro. Get in the milk so big mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money. Do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did now?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
The feds investigated those in the background of that IG live after Jam ratted on all of them as well. They would end up connecting it to a jewelry shopping video with King Von, which makes it very clear that they were all very close friends and that these are the same men that slid for King Von on Lil Pab.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
You got to be What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money maker stepped in.
As sadly, due to the snitches in Lil Durk's OTF case, he's about to lose his life. If you're a Durk fan, leave a like on the video and comment down below whether or not you think he'll win his case.